Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I play the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. I'm your host, Tom Rayleigh. The scenario is Carnival of Madness. It was written by Alex Gillott and Ian Christensen, who is also our GM. It is not out yet, but it should be available from Drive-Thru RPGs soon. This is episode 1. So without any further delay, let's begin our journey into the darkness. Ian?
Excellent. It's 5:30 p.m. somewhere along the Aylesbury Turnpike, west of Arkham. The twisting, turning country road rolls away beneath you as aging mill towns, farms, and apple orchards blur past the windows. A cheap air freshener shaped like a pine tree swings wildly from the rearview mirror. The brisk October air is kept at bay by the hot air pouring through the vents with the smell of a heater that hasn't been used in many months. Orange and yellow leaves blow across the asphalt in swirls as the setting sun dapples through the dense trees that line the road. You come to an intersection at the ruins of what must have once been a farm, and the road sign to the right reads Dunwich, 8 miles, while the one on the left reads Aylesbury, 3 miles. A wooden sign next to the Aylesbury sign simply reads Carnival and has an arrow pointing left. You have an overwhelming sense of deja vu as you look at a dilapidated barn at the corner and see a crudely painted phrase on the wall facing you. How do you run from what is inside your head?
Hey guys, there's a carnival over there.
That sounds like a good idea. Roller skating rinks closed for maintenance. So,
Are we supposed to be staying tonight in Dunwich or in Aylesbury?
Aylesbury. That's, you guys are from Aylesbury. I suppose I kind of skipped the character introduction, didn't I?
Well, we'll know who we are. As we go.
Yeah. So the 5 of you are traveling in your van. You have a gig tomorrow, which is Halloween in Dunwich. But you're probably staying at your parents' house in Aylesbury or something, Of course, you've got most of your equipment still in the back of the van. As you're driving here on the turnpike and you're approaching the sign and the graffiti on the old dilapidated barn. Why don't we just describe characters real quick so everybody knows who everybody is going forward before I get confused. So who's driving the van?
So Jeff Rogers is driving the van. He's got a dirty mullet, and he's currently dressed as Fred from the popular kids show. He's basically drumming on the steering wheel, looking for some entertainment tonight with his gang.
Yeah, and your gang, of course, are your bandmates and your friend Frank, who helps with your gear and stuff. He's kind of like your tech. Your band's called Those Meddling Kids. I imagine it's probably painted on the side of your van. What color is your van, Jeff?
It's
an old 60s.
Oh,
van.
It's cyan.
Yeah, cyan. Perfect.
Garish.
Nice. And who are there two? There could be up to 2 people in the front seat as well.
I know I was sitting up there. I don't know if Andy
so go ahead.
was. So James O'Connor is sitting up there. He's wearing some black bell bottoms and a purple shirt. Currently wearing a hat to guys. The shame that he forgot his orange wing because he's the orange wig because he's the Daphne stand-in. Bass player, singer, a little bit gaunt and kind of skinny. Not really like a full physical fit build per se. But he's excited.
Excellent. Is anybody else sitting in the front seat?
I think I am too.
Okay.
I'm Andy Taylor. I'm technically the Thelma character, and I am the drummer for the band. I'm going along with this gimmick because it's our gimmick, but I'm hoping someday that we grow out of this gimmick and become really serious musicians. But I'm looking forward to the gig tomorrow in Dunwich, and now I'm just kind of interested in that carnival.
Yeah, and you all grew up in Aylesbury, went to high school together. You're pretty much all close in age, um, in your early 20s, very early 20s for some of you. Of course, it wouldn't be a good Scooby-Doo gag, right, if we didn't have a little bit of smoke rolling out the back window of the van as you're rolling down the road. As Frank and Robert, why don't we go ahead with Robert first, if you want to.
So I'm Robert, a guitarist. I'm also the herbalist, as well as I'm pretty well-rounded, cool dude. Like hanging out with my friends. I mainly like hanging out with Frank mainly.
Yeah.
And I am dressed as Shaggy from the cartoon show.
Yes, this is the year after Scooby-Doo came out, so it's a pretty fresh thing, Scooby-Doo. Probably a lot of kids will notice your costumes for sure at the carnival. So Frank, why don't you go ahead and tell us what you do and what you're doing?
Well, Frank, basically, I get high. I do some tech stuff. Somehow I'm dressed as a dog. Who fucking knows?
Sorry, Brody.
And I don't know where I am right now. Who cares?
You're in the
Just
back of the
enjoy
van.
the ride.
Fantastic. Excellent. So you turn down towards the carnival. Anyone want to make an idea roll? I mean, all of you can roll an idea roll. Just know if anybody makes one.
I got a 9.
Failed.
9 out of 75. Which is
Andy,
extreme.
you recognize the graffiti, the quote. It's from Alice's Adventures in Wonderland.
Oh, yeah,
Cheshire
yeah.
Cat. It's a Cheshire Cat line.
Cheshire Cat line. I wonder if the carnival people wrote that up there. I don't remember seeing it up there before, but that's kind of cool.
The music on the radio begins to fade as the DJ's voice cuts in. That was Donovan's Season of the Witch, and before that, we heard the Rolling Stones, Paint It Black. Rounding out our trip back to 1966, our spooky tour of the 1960s continues after local news and weather with Jake Hitchens on your #1 rock station, WAAF Worcester. After a brief musical intro, you hear, State police are still searching for 11-year-old Alice Lambert, who was taken from the Worcester State Hospital 5 days ago by a man posing as an orderly. State Police Detective Brian Reynolds told reporters that while the investigation has been going slowly, they recently received an anonymous tip suggesting Alice may still be in Massachusetts. Alice is described as 4 foot 8 inches tall, 78 pounds with blonde hair and hazel eyes. Doctors advise that her psychological state is such that she is unlikely to speak to strangers or make direct eye contact. Witnesses described the suspect as being a white male in his mid-30s, slender and of average height. He has short black hair, blue eyes, and was last seen wearing a white hospital uniform. Anyone with information should immediately call the Massachusetts State Police tip hotline at 1-800-555-3400. The Forgotten Child Foundation is offering a reward of $10,000 for any information that ultimately leads to Alice's safe return.
Jesus, no wonder the guy could get anywhere in a white hospital gown, probably with his butt hanging out.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's creepy.
What was that?
Nothing. Just go back into your clouds.
Frank, we're going to the carnival.
We're going to a
Shave that,
carnival.
man.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hey, Frank, pass that over, man. Pass it over.
There you go, bro.
Oh my God, you people are so lightweight.
Here. It's a lot better while I was smoking.
So let's go to the. Have you turned yet? To go down
Yeah,
the road?
you've turned, you've driven for a few minutes. You're coming around a tight curve, and the vehicle's headlights illuminate a tall, gangly clown with curly orange hair holding a bright yellow and red sign that reads Carnival Pandemonium in big cartoon letters. And below that, in simpler text, right this way. He's standing at the corner of an unnamed side road. The A-frame sign propped up kind of against him, and his right hand is frantically pointing down the dirt road to the right. As you slow down for the turn, you can see his face is covered in classic white makeup with the bulbous red nose. He's wearing baggy yellow and black outfit. And in his left hand, he clutches a bundle of strings attached to a dozen or so red balloons. His red smile widens as you approach, and he begins waving comically and jumping up and down, pointing down the road. The red balloons flailing and bobbing madly over his head.
Okay, slow down.
All right.
I'm going to roll down the window.
Okay.
Excuse me, but is this the way to the carnival?
He just jumps up and down and points down the side road, making more
It's-
and more exaggerated pointing gestures.
This way, huh?
And he nods and jumps up and down and points that way. He doesn't speak.
Are you
Mimes.
sure?
He nods, smiles. He comes over and he hands you a balloon.
Thank you. I think that the carnival's. I'm being a dick. I think the carnival's in this direction, but I'm not sure.
What's going on, man?
Oh my god! I rail. I'm way bad.
All right, quit clowning around. Let's go.
Here for you. It's a tomato. I
All
hand
right.
it back to Frank.
I'm gonna start driving towards Carnival.
As you turn, you glance back and see the clown illuminated by your red tail lights. He steps out into the road behind you, still jumping up and down excitedly, and waves at you as he fades into the darkness behind you.
And then there's just a bang as I pop the balloon.
Aw.
Jesus,
He seemed a little overexcited. Or is that just me?
he's getting paid tonight.
Actually, that requires a sanity roll from everybody.
Okay.
Everybody except for Josh.
He said it was a
except for,
tomato. I go to take a bite, realize it's actually a balloon. And
Oh.
everybody but Frank.
Oh, I passed my sanity.
Pass.
Okay.
I
Failed
passed.
83 out of.
It startled the shit out of you. You
65.
drop you drop your joint and
Dude, don't light the van on fire.
Don't.
Put that shit out, man.
and
It's
you're gonna
almost
lose
done.
lose one
I'm
point of
Getting a
sanity.
secondhand
Okay.
high over here.
Yeah,
Don't
Just
waste
one.
it, man.
you're a little on edge. That freaked you out.
That dude's like a little freaky, man.
What dude?
Just saying. That clown dude.
What clown dude?
The clown.
Now, don't worry about it.
Were you looking out the window or what?
You can't
I mean,
see
I'm sure
the
it was nothing.
clouds of smoke in the back.
After a minute, Jeff, the narrow road leads to a weather-worn covered bridge spanning a small river. The dark opening is flanked by a pair of glowing jack-o'-lanterns that faintly illuminate the cracked red paint of the structure.
Nice.
Oops. Did I lose my page? Oh, yeah. As you pull onto the bridge, you can hear the creaking of boards and the steady rush of water amplified in the enclosed space. At the far end, your headlights fall upon a pair of teens that immediately turn and run, dropping paint cans that they've been using to deface the bridge. As you pass, you can see the graffiti reads, "The end is very fucking nigh."
There's been a lot of pranksters out tonight. How do you run from inside your end? The end.
It
is
looks like
near
the same
fucking nigh?
handwriting
These they have
or
nothing
same
else to
handwriting,
do
same
out here.
paintwriting.
I mean, what else are they going to do?
Well, it is almost Halloween.
As you pull out the other side of the bridge, you arrive at a nearly full parking lot. It's illuminated
yeah.
with hundreds of amber lights strung through the surrounding trees, and somewhere in the distance you can just make out the sound of music, bells, shouts, and laughter.
See if you can find a place to park.
Yep.
You're driving around, Jeff, and you manage to find one of the last parking spots near an illuminated archway painted to look like the open mouth of a clown that bears an uncanny resemblance to the one that so enthusiastically welcomed you back at the road. Beyond this clown mouth entrance is a trail through the woods lined with more strings of amber lights leading towards the sounds that you hear.
Jeepers. That's one hell of an archway.
Jinkies.
Yeah, this place seems kind of groovy. Let's go show off our costumes. It's
I
almost
wish
all.
I'd brought
I
that
wonder how
damn
much it
wig.
costs. You got to be
Holy
careful on
shit.
spending.
This dude's big, man.
Don't spend too much money, though.
Now, what, Frank, give me a hit up.
And
here. You
I'm
seem
definitely
out of
feeling the
this. I
munchies.
wanna
I
join
definitely
you.
want some food.
Here you go, man. There you go.
So you start following the amber light trail through the woods. You walk through the clown mouth, and the sounds get louder, and you begin to get some of the aromas of the carnival as well. You can smell like fried dough and stuff.
Oh, that smells so good. Frank,
At
you
the
smell
end
that?
of this winding
Funnel
wooden
cake.
trail, see the words "Carnival Pandemonium" arching over the entrance in large, friendly letters of red neon. A small, warmly lit tent marks the entrance to the carnival with a set of 3 turnstiles that restrict access. A young man in a red vest stands in front of the center turnstile with a pouch hanging at his side. Actually, it's on an apron.
Yeah.
The tent is open on the side facing the trail, and you can see an elderly bald man who smiles and begins pulling at a string of tickets, a dispenser. The wooden sign above says, "Admission $1 for adults. Children 6 to 12, 50 cents. Under 6 free."
Holy crap! How do they make any money?
We get a discount for dogs.
It's 1970, bro.
Woof.
Yeah,
My
$1
rating-
candy bar in 1970.
Do you ask the old man if he'll give you a discount for dogs?
Yeah.
Woof.
The teen approaches
Woof.
and says, "Hey, man, I dig your costume." He's talking to you, Frank. He says, "Did you bring any Scooby snacks?"
You come to the right guy. I just reach into my pocket. Well, actually, he reaches down. There's a
Keeps them in his
little-
armpit. Yeah.
There's a little pouch here.
Nice.
Oh,
and
nice.
warm.
There you go.
And he says he says, "They're okay, Ben." And so Ben hands you 5 tickets. The old man
Nice.
You bet.
looks like he's probably in his 80s or something, but he also has the appearance of somebody who spends a great deal of time outside, so it's hard to tell for certain.
You look like you've seen
This
a
other
lot of
dude's in his
shit,
late
man.
teens. He's got the scars of some rather nasty acne outbreak in his youth.
How many
He's got kinda
days? How many days are you
Longer,
going to be
dark
here?
hair. Oh, this is the last night, grand
Oh,
finale.
Well,
We timed
Didn't know
this
you're-
right.
yeah, I guess so.
You have anything special for the grand finale?
Oh yes. The night of Bedlam, the in the main tent, all the performers and Lady Sari are going to put on a big spectacular finale to welcome Halloween. Before the carnival shifts off, I guess they're probably heading back to Europe or something. I just took the gig while they're here. I live nearby.
Can I
Groovy.
take one of these flyers?
You have those flyers. Those flyers you had before you came to the carnival. That's what you probably picked them up in Dunwich or Aylesbury.
Oh, okay.
Apple Bobbin, mind reading.
And you can see you're at the main entrance at the moment on your maps, which are on the inside of your flyers. They fold.
Hey,
So the
Rob.
witching hour, that's when the alcohol comes out. We can't have alcohol before that.
Oh no, man! The alcohol's available all night. It's just the witching hour. Everything's 50% off from all the beer tents and drink tents.
How late are you guys going to be open tonight?
11:30 is when the main show starts. So by that time, pretty much all the attractions will be shut down or shutting down.
Cool.
Nice.
Hey, do you know where I can find Lady Sari, the mistress of mentalism?
Well, she'll be at the main tent for the grand finale.
Okay, thank you.
She looks like a
If you're looking
fortune
for
teller, so-
if you're looking for a fortune teller, you probably want to talk to Madame Fortuna. She's got a tent in there, kind of more towards the middle, towards where the freak show is.
Number 16. Yeah.
Oh, you got to check out the freak show. I went in there with my girlfriend, and oh man, we didn't even make it halfway through. We had to duck.
Nice.
What about food? What's a
Jeepers.
Yeah,
So-
food.
good
Oh,
one
yeah.
for food?
He says, yeah, there's let me see here. Where's my map? Pow. Here we go. So for the food, yeah, there's food row. We got jumbos where they serve fried dough. There's pink clouds for your cotton candy. The Hackett Hut, they're always serving some kind of meat.
Ooh, I want some half cut.
Freezy treats. And the copper kettle. It's a big popcorn booth.
Hey,
And then, of course, you want to get your drinks at By the Barrel.
cool.
What do they have at Sweenie's Sweets?
Sweets.
I see.
Oh, Sweeney Sweets. Yeah, it's like a candy shop.
Come on, let's just go.
Hey,
Yeah.
Rob,
I'm trying to win
Yes.
some games.
let's go get some meat and drink.
Yes. Eat, drink.
You freaking do whatever. I need food.
All right. Well, we'll get something to eat and then we'll wander around.
I bet I could beat both all of you in these carnival games.
Oh yeah, which one?
How about Balloon Breaker, the one right there?
These games are
Sure,
all
it's right.
rigged.
It's
You know
right
the
there. As I mean, that's going to be like literally the first tent we pass. So
You know, Jeff, they're all rigged.
It's fine.
I'm sure they're all.
So you guys
It just
down.
requires a little technique.
You know
still
what?
trying to outdo each other.
You know what? I think I could beat you all.
Just remember, folks, we're on a
I
budget.
bet I can beat y'all at eating contest for sure. I think the only person rival me is Frank.
Oh yeah. Well, I just took a hit of that. You know.
Oh,
So-
look at you, big man.
Oh boy.
So Greg tucks his the baggie into one pocket on his apron, and he tears off, the other end of the ticket stubs and hands you the 5 stubs and puts the rest in his another apron pocket. He says, "Have fun at the carnival, and hey, man, hit me back if you come back here around. Let me double check the time. Sorry, yeah, if you come back here around 7:45." Smoke break, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I'll keep that in mind.
My name's Greg. I'm from Aylesbury.
Ah, Greg.
We're from Aylesbury too.
Yeah, we're from Aylesbury.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No kidding. Did you go to Aylesbury High?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we did actually. Y'all had the
Well,
same classes.
we tried not to, but sometimes.
How old are you guys? I don't remember off the top of my head on the character sheets.
Yeah,
Ages
19.
written on them?
I'm
19.
18.
19.
18, 19. Okay. Oh, yeah, no shit. Yeah, you guys recognize this kid once he tells you his name. His name's Greg Johnson. You're like, oh yeah,
Oh yeah, great.
he misses class half the time. He's
Johnson.
he's only a couple years younger than somebody. He's like 17, but he's like 3 grades behind you.
Sure.
He's probably still a sophomore and he's 17. So or maybe a freshman even.
Your older sister's the one with the big personality.
Dude,
Hey, Cynthia.
dude, biology. I just can't stop staring at them. I just like.
Hey, dude, that's my sister. Take it easy.
It's a compliment, man. Don't worry about it.
The most important part is 7:45 smoke break. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go get some food.
Yep.
So as you step into the clearing, you're dazzled by all the exciting lights and sounds and smells. You can see the Ferris wheel standing out above the treetops, turning slowly in a clockwise direction. Most of the carnival is still hidden from view by the solid 8-foot tall wooden fence, I should say. It curves off to the left, its upper edge trimmed with warm orange and yellow lights blinking randomly. A chipped and faded red arrow painted on the barrier reads, "The fun is this way." To the right of the arrow is a hand-painted wooden sign that lists upcoming activities available throughout the evening, which is on your billet, I believe, as well,
Right.
the schedule. So for performers row for most of it, there's apple bobbing, puppet master, juggles the clown, costume contests at 7. There's the marvelous Baron Vladislav, Archie, the Master of Knives, Blockhead Joe, Strongman Max, Oberon the Mystic, Infernus the Fire Eater, and then the final show at Performers Row at 10 o'clock is Yvette, the Woman of Rubber. 11 o'clock is the Witching Hour. It's when all drinks go to 50% off. And then 11:30 p.m. is pretty much when everything closes up, and it's just the main finale in the main tent. And there's my, oops, no, that is not my map. There's my map.
We could have won the costume contest if somebody remembered their wig.
Yeah,
we'll still try.
it shit happens, man.
We should still enter.
I didn't put on this rat costume for no reason.
We don't technically need it until tomorrow for our performance. So
You know what? Just put me in like a magician's show box, but my head is concealed, and just say that I'm danger prone Daphne about to get cut in half.
Wonder what the hell Blockhead Joe does. Do they nail things into his head?
Yeah, I mean, we can check that out.
Or his
Let's
head
lock
made
him
of
into it.
wood.
Not
Jesus.
until 8:30.
He's on at 8:30. So you guys come around walk around into the midway, the main area of the games and such. The carnival itself now, here is decorated with images of skeletons, witches, and ghosts. You see hundreds of carved jack-o'-lanterns along the fences and between tents, lit with small candles and jars. Families in costumes wander among the attractions, spending their pocket money on deep-fried foods and vain attempts to win plush animals. The exterior appearance of all the carnival tents is very similar. Each has a wooden frame covered in bright yellow and red striped canvas. Judging by the peaks in the middle, there are presumably central supports as well, though they can't really be seen from outside.
Right.
Stout ropes tie to the outer corners, stretching and anchoring the tents to thick wooden stakes driven deep into the ground. The canvas on front of each tent is open and propped up on poles to act as an awning, providing a space for carnival goers to gather beneath. And just inside each tent is a weathered wooden counter with panels on the front splattered with mud near the bottom, mud boards and such. The panels are painted with different scenes related to whichever attraction or game is within. The art all has a similar kind of old-fashioned style, and everything's dulled and cracked. It gives very much the sense of great age. The lights within give the tents an inner glow that fills all the pathways with a warm, diffuse light. Tents come in apparently two varieties of sizes, not including the large central big top itself, of course. Larger tents are rectangular, roughly 30 feet wide by 10 feet deep, 8 feet, blah, blah, blah. Smaller ones have the same height and depth, but are only 10 feet wide. So you see carnies at each of the games, interacting with the families and the kids playing, dressed in simple, comfortable clothes, including like loose-fitting denim, bell-bottom pants, red suspenders, red and white pinstripe shirts, dull yellow aprons. Their clothes are generally clean, but they're clearly older garments that show signs of being repaired multiple times.
Sure.
Yeah.
There's the fortune teller over there.
Some of the larger gaps between the tents are blocked by 4-foot-high fence sections strung with blinking lights, much like the taller fence you saw at the entrance. These fences are plastered with garish Art Deco-style posters. They advertise that the evening will culminate in an extraordinary stage performance at midnight called Night of Bedlam, featuring a singer named Lady Sari, who's depicted as a picturesque woman in an elaborate golden dress. So you're making your way straight to the middle. You'll walk by, see if it, there we go. You walk past the balloon breaker and the whack-a-mole, the bottle knockdown, the ring toss, the bear hunt, the photo booth, the knife throw, duck pond, ball toss, skee ball, ping pong fish, wheel of fortune, the clown dunk, and then next to the clown dunk is the fortune teller. And from there, you can also see the Barker Square, where a Barker is calling out in front of the freak show, trying to draw people in to check out the freak show.
You guys want to go on the freak show, or do you want to get your fortune told?
I want to dunk a clown.
Yeah.
I want to see all sorts of things.
Food, man.
I want to
Food.
see the fortune
Food.
teller.
Food first.
Yeah, me
and then
too.
You deal with the fortune teller. Me and Rob will
All right.
go get some food.
Well, just nobody leave the place. It's not
I
that-
mean,
it's
we
not
can't
huge.
go anywhere. It's
We're
we
gonna
gotta
go
worry
around.
about Jeff.
Jeff's the only one with the keys to the van.
You think Jeff would trust me with the keys?
No, you're not touching my sweet ride.
Well, where do we want
I
to?
can
Do we
just
want to kind
hotwire
of?
it anyway?
Hey, Jeff, once you finish clown dunking, we finish the fortune telling, you want to do some balloon breaking?
Oh yeah, I'll whoop your butt.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Do you want to? Do you want to meet at the big top then?
Sure.
Like at 8:00?
Yeah, because
There's something called the marvelous Baron Vladislav.
You don't want to try the costume contest at 7?
So it's not quite 6:00 yet at this time.
Yeah, I'm just saying
So-
that we can wander, or we can split up and go
Yep.
all over the place.
Yeah,
I just want to let you know.
We all seem to want.
There it
different
is.
things.
You guys want to meet up for the costume contest? You're still going to participate in that because that's at 7. That's in about an
We'll
hour.
try.
I'd say we have a good chance of winning.
I think we should try, man.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, with Frank in his costume.
I mean,
Frank's gonna win it for us. I know it.
you figure James forgot his wig, but Frank got a great little costume, going. So
All right.
Might
So
swing it
7
around with
o'clock
you.
we'll meet at the big tent. For the costume
Yeah,
contest.
the performers row, performers row.
It's 22.
Check.
Yeah.
Yeah,
30
22.
minutes.
It's
30
behind
minutes, Jeff.
behind the main tent.
It's
from where
behind
you
the
are
main tent.
currently.
Yeah.
30 minutes,
All right.
Jeff, and we're gonna do our balloon break.
Okay.
So my intention is I'm going to go to the fortune teller, and then after that I'm going to go to the freak show.
Okay,
we
you're
are
going to the
okay. We're
fortune
going to
teller.
get food
and then
to
the freak
eat
show.
too, aren't we?
Frank and Robert, you guys are going straight to the food tents,
Hell yeah.
to the food row. And James and Jeff, you guys are going to play some games.
Yeah. Let's just go
Excellent.
together, James.
All right, yeah, sure. Let's just go for it now.
I mean, you don't have to go together. I just wanted to make sure I knew where everybody was.
The original intention was I wanted to go to the fortune teller first, and then I was going to meet up with Jeff once he was done with clowns.
We'll both go. We'll both
It's
go.
only going to do one
Okay.
at a time. So go to the.
So Andy, you go over towards the fortune teller's tent, and there's a queue, a little bit of a line. Sorry for the Americans, a line. So you got to wait a little bit, but it's not terribly long. It's moving pretty quickly. You figure you got to wait maybe 10, 15 minutes tops.
Yeah.
And
Not a big deal.
James and Jeff are there too.
At the moment, before you guys go out to play some games. Where's my bookmarks? Having a bookmark is great. Fortune teller. So the fortune teller has one of the smaller tents, and the wooden sign standing out front shows a mysterious woman covered in elaborate veils sitting before a crystal ball. Above her, it reads Madame Fortuna, and at the bottom, tarot or crystal readings, 50 cents. The interior is concealed behind a red and brown beaded curtain with no hint of what's inside.
Tarot cards. Ooh,
I love tarot.
it's so cool, groovy.
Love the pictures.
I hope I get the Knight of Swords.
Let's see what you want. Want the what? The 10 of swords? You don't want the 10 of swords.
Frank and Robert, you guys are walking past the Carnival Barker and around towards Food Row, yeah? Food Row is kind of that northern arm there of the Carnival. It leads around to the what's called the Asylum, which you assume is like their fun house or something. Let me go to Food Row. Here we go. So there's basically like 6 tents in a small area with 2 large picnic tables kind of in the middle, plus several benches where patrons can sit down to eat. There's about 6 50-gallon steel drums with liners for trash that are occasionally emptied. They're currently they're not overflowing, but there's lots of rubbish in them. As you guys are approaching, let me see here. Let me look at my numbers on my map again. Sorry, don't mind me. It's my first time actually having the full document to run this game. As you're walking past the main tent and past the Porter Johns on your left, I think I need the bigger size map. There we go. That's better. The first one there is Jumbo's. Just as you're kind of walking up towards the entrance of Jumbo's on the left there, it's the fried dough place. A gentleman kind of walks almost into you, stopping you momentarily, the two of you both. He's a pretty big guy. And the first thing you notice about him, he's like a middle-aged dude, clean cut, wearing a tie and a jacket, almost like a trench coat. And he's got a badge hanging around his neck. He says, whoa,
Doice, man.
Pardon me there, guys.
Hey,
I'm
man.
sorry. And he says, we're looking for someone, and I was just wondering if you've seen this girl. And he hands you a flyer, and it's got a name on it. It says Alice Lambert. Another agent and myself will be around the carnival, and if you see anything or if you hear anything, maybe check in with us at the security tent. We'll be popping in and out of there. Or
You got it, man.
Yeah, bro.
and he kind of looks at Frank and gives a knowing smile and says, "Okay, well, you kids enjoy the carnival." And then he walks past you and he goes to hand a flyer to another group nearby.
Robert, what was that guy on about?
I don't know. You get you a flyer or Sapphire, this girl, I guess, is missing.
Oh, Benny starts to unroll it. Oh, maybe I shouldn't be rolling this up then.
Does the description that we heard on the radio match anything that flyer we
Yes,
got?
absolutely. I was going to maybe offer an idea roll, but you don't need one. Yeah, this is Alice Lambert. You might have remembered the name as well. She is like 11, going on 12. Blue eyes, blonde hair. The picture of her, she's pretty, but she has a kind of a haunted look, particularly in her eyes. And it does say she's missing from the Worcester State Mental Hospital.
Hey, Rob.
Yeah.
Believed to be in danger. Kidnapped by, and I give a description of the suspect, the same description that I read you earlier in the prologue.
What if there could be some like crazy lunatic after us now?
White male, mid-30s,
Nah.
slender, average height, short black hair, blue eyes. Last seen wearing a hospital.
No, he's only worried about blonde hair, blue-eyed girls. We're fine.
Yeah, I wouldn't think of anything of it. I mean, people go missing all the time, man. Usually, they should be floating.
So Jumbo's is right in front of you. Serves fried dough covered with powdered sugar and cinnamon. You see kids walking out with some. 10 cents a piece. The carny running the booth looks kind of frazzled as he's making the fried dough, serving it, and collecting money. He's kind of average height, heavy set. He's got a grease-stained white apron, comically oversized chef's hat on, maybe in his 50s, full graying beard, mustache.
Man, I don't know what we should do
brown
first.
And red-faced, brow covered in sweat.
Should we... Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, no, you go ahead.
Oh,
I just need food, man.
Frank, what should we stop at first? That's the real question.
Yeah, if you just look at the signs, you've got Jumbo's, Pink Clouds, Hackett Hut, Freezy Treats, Copper Kettle, and By the Barrel.
Because the way I always was told, sweet to the top of the pyramid, then you got your breads, and then you got your meat as the main course, and then you got your sweets again.
This guy with the hat. I want the hat. Let's go speak to this guy.
Let's go.
Because wouldn't I look even better if I put a hat on the head? Just that giant hat.
Yeah, man. Head. I think that would work. Yeah, it would match in, dude. Perfect. No one would ever expect a dog with a hat.
Would win this, man.
No, man. Let's do this.
Okay, let's go.
So where are you getting the food?
I'm probably gonna get something from Jumbo's, and then
Jumbo's. 10 cents. Yeah, you get a big thing of fried dough, powdered sugar and cinnamon all over it. It's delicious.
Oh, this is good.
You get one too, Frank?
Yeah.
One of those shops. Yeah, you get one too. Yeah, it's gorgeous. But now you need something to wash it down with.
Yep, we need a drink, man.
Go over to the barrel tent.
Frank just kind of runs over. His little the tail just waggling as he's running over.
You guys head over to By the Barrel with your fried dough, which you've almost finished by the time you get there. It sells standard drinks from standard Coca-Cola to lemonade and beer. The menu shows cola 50 cents, tab, orange, root beer, ginger ale, fruit punch, all 50 cents. Lemonade, fresh squeeze, 75 cents. Hard drinks, PBR and Narragansett. Fuck, I can't pronounce these Massachusetts words. Narragansett, I think, $1.
Give me a root beer. I love me some root beer.
A girl kind of nudges you in the ribs, Robert.
Hey,
she says,
going on?
She says, "Hey, I heard somebody spike the punch with LSD.
Yeah,
you guys look like you're having a good time. I recommend the fruit punch." And you see her hold up her and her pupils are dilated, and yeah, she's
Rob, what's going on?
Hey, let's get some fruit punch, man. You want to ride? We're gonna take a ride.
Give me sanity rolls, both of you.
Okay.
Okay, fuck.
Oh, I got a 70. I failed.
I got an 03.
Okay, Frank. So you pass. Robert,
Yeah.
you failed.
Yeah.
Okay. She says to you, "Yeah, make sure you get enough of them so you can kill all your friends."
What?
And Frank, you just heard her say, "Make sure you get enough to share with your friends." She says, I said, get enough to share with all your friends. Are you okay?" She reaches up and puts a concerned hand on your shoulder.
Rob, I don't think you should. I go get some punch, and I down some punch.
What are you doing, Robert, as he goes over?
I'm just kind of like stunned. I'm like trying to like, I'm like there's stuff going through my mind. And I'm trying to focus it and make sure I heard correctly. But
Okay. She just kind of giggles and runs off with her friends. She was like a maybe 16-year-old girl.
okay, I'm like, okay.
Come on, I've got another punch for Rob.
Oh,
as
okay.
well.
I think I misheard her. I think. I don't know.
What's the worst that can happen?
I don't know. Cheers, buddy.
So you guys have downed your Jumbo's fried dough and your fruit punch. You get anything for your friends or no? Fuck them.
Fuck them.
Yeah, they're on their own.
What do you want next?
Oh, meaties, man.
You can smell like barbecue
Hatchet.
pulled pork and fries coming from the Hackett hut. If you look there, you can see there's a cook behind the counter. He's a big mountain of a man. His arms are as thick as most men's legs. He's got a big handlebar waxed mustache extending past his ears. The menu hangs behind him and says pulled pork and bread bowl $1.25, chili and bread bowl $1, sausage roll 75 cents, and fries 50 cents.
Man, that looks good over there, dude. I don't know what I want first.
Why don't we just have a bit of everything? Why don't we just have it all?
Again, Frank, great idea. Let's do it.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go over. I'll order one of each.
One chili,
like a sample
one of
pack.
each, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're getting one pulled pork, one chili, one sausage roll, and one order of fries.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or is that just for you? Are you each getting that?
Oh, we're both getting our own sample pack.
Okay, so maybe $3.50 each. Yeah.
Oh yeah, here.
Give me another sanity roll too.
Okay, I passed that one. 42 out of 63.
That's a fail that time. I got
So
65.
Frank, you notice this guy? He's got some kind of tumors or something that looks like kind of around his neck area and his shirt line. They're just kind of like purplish, tumorous-looking growths, kind of on his like around his collarbone area. But as you're kind of looking and he's giving you your change, because let's say you gave him a $5, he's giving you your $1.50 back. You see one of those purple tumor like masses kind of opens up like a mouth, and you think you see little teeth in it, and then it closes again. You lose a point of sanity.
You all right, Frank?
And he hands out the bread bowls, 4 of them, 2 for each of you.
I don't. Rob, you can eat mine.
Oh, all right, man. If you don't mind.
Puts the fries on, maybe with one of the on the side with one of the bread bowls, like in a little basket, right? Little cheap, like throwaway basket.
We need to go to something a bit more relaxing. I think that punch might have hit me. Whatever was in it.
Slaps the sausage roll on the other bread bowl. That way you guys can double fist it and still carry it all.
Let's go to that fortune teller.
There's
Hopefully
picnic tables
someone's
right
still
there, aren't there?
There are picnic tables right there. Yeah, There's an end space open on one of them. You could sit down next to that little family there.
Oh.
Your hands.
Yeah, I'm just
No,
like,
if you guys do
Yeah.
approach, we can just pull the, oh, come here, guys, because we're up in line.
That-
Your
that's-
call.
yeah. If you want, I'll go and sit here, and I'll eat this feast in yours too. I'll meet you over at the. I want to check out that Puppet Master place, so we can go over there.
Right, if you want to go, I'll just wait with you. It's fine.
You sure?
Oh,
I
it's fine,
mean,
bro.
okay.
The other three are together, I'm sure. They'll find
Yeah.
costume contest. So good.
So Andy, Jeff, and James, we left you standing in line at the fortune teller. Are you all three going into the fortune teller? Or
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want
gonna go
to
in
get my
together?
reading.
excellent.
Oh, we'll get all.
Enough time has passed, and it's your turn next. So, fortune teller, here we go. As you pass through the beaded curtain, a narrow opening in a pair of dusky veils, you step into the middle of this atmospheric tent. The air heavy with rich incense, illuminated by a single cut glass lamp suspended over a round table. The deep blue cloth that covers the table is embroidered with silver alchemical or astrological symbols and an empty circle in the center. The walls are draped with soft fabrics of purple and blue with star patterns throughout. Situated in a semicircle facing the table are 6 purple velvet padded chairs with ornately carved wooden arms. And sitting behind the table is a veiled woman who is slowly shuffling a deck of ornate tarot cards that look very old, probably handmade. She wears clothes reminiscent of the 19th century with clear French and Italian influences, if anybody's into that. The cuffs of her burgundy dress have delicate red lace, almost perfectly framing her smooth hands. And around her neck is an ornate silver pendant with a ruby about the size of a quarter in the middle of it.
Hi, we got 3 people together. Can you do us together?
Yes. Which do you want? Tarot?
Tarot.
Crystal?
Tarot, yes.
Yeah,
Please,
tarot.
Madam Fortuna.
Looking at her, she has a smooth, pale skin. You reckon she's probably in her late 20s or early 30s at the most. Let me see here if I will download this. There. And then I think I can at least drop that into, will it work if I just try to open it? Yeah, that time it worked. I'll get this screen share to work one day or another. Share. There you go. There she is.
Ooh,
Madam Fortuna.
she's not that old, is she?
No, like I said, maybe late 20s, early 30s at the most.
We're all males in the prime of our sexual development.
She's
Oh,
quite attractive.
gosh.
She is quite attractive. So she begins shuffling the tarot cards and gestures for you to sit.
I'll sit right by her
Chairs.
on one of
Yep.
those seats.
And without even waiting for you to ask a question, she smoothly pulls a card from the deck and places it in the center of the circle on the table, carefully adjusting it to face you. The card depicts a young girl with 2 faces that blend together in the middle. The face on the left looks angry and full of malice, while the one on the right is peaceful and kind. Shadowy figures in the darkness behind her feel malevolent, though you can't make any details out of them. They're like shadow people. The girl herself is blonde, kind of flaxen hair, and you can give me idea rolls.
Ooh.
Pass.
Pass.
Hard pass.
She strongly matches the description of that missing girl you heard about on the radio. As you kind of look at this and take this in, Madame Fortuna speaks. In a whisper, she says, "The dark twins, inhabiting one form but in constant turmoil, Light and dark struggle for dominance, and yet one cannot live without the other. She is lost and could yet find her way out if someone would but reach out to her. And she immediately flips another card and lays it sideways atop the first. This card features a nude woman standing in front of a tattered curtain of pale, dust-colored fabric, her face turned upward with a look of religious ecstasy on her angular features. Above her head, she holds an ebony dagger, the blade pointed down towards a small figure in a flowery dress curled on the floor at her feet. The ritual. She pauses for an uncomfortably long moment before saying, someone dark approaches from a great distance, invited by a woman of power and great age. You must not let her open the door for him when he arrives, she says. And who's sitting in the middle of the three of you? Andy?
I think I am, yeah.
Yeah, she's staring like at you intently as she says this last part. With still in eye contact with you, she lays another card between the other two and herself, depicting a simple throne of carved wood on a vast plain of ash. It's framed from behind by a pile of bleached human bones and sinew. And sitting on the throne is a burning scarecrow of straw, bundled sticks, and jute twine draped in bits of decayed fabric. Apart from its general outlines, it's utterly devoid of any features that might be recognizable as human. The fire is spread to the back of the throne, leaving it charred black. The burning throne. We see here that behind every tyrant are the remains of those that they sacrifice to achieve their power. But we also see that a king has no power without a throne. You look down and another card is on the table just to the right of these. And she says, the broken sky. As this card shows what looks like a negative image on a night sky with dark points against a slate gray background in place of stars. Circling in the sky are what look like giant wasps attacking a crowd of people in the background. And in the foreground is a woman looking away from the grim scene. She has a cloth tied around her eyes, and one of her hands reaches out as if feeling for safety. This card warns us that focusing on a threat only gives it the power to harm us, and that we must look away in order to find salvation. The next card is laid on the left and depicts a forest's edge at night. Just inside the tree line can be seen dozens of pairs of predatory eyes. The moonlit grass in the foreground is speckled with red, and on the ground at the edge of the trees is a smoking flintlock pistol with a bloodied grip. The wolves, she points to the card, particularly the eyes in the darkness. This warns the traveler to not stray from the path, lest they fall prey to the unknown. Evil lingers in the dark places, so you should always travel the path of light. And the final card is placed directly in front of you, completing the cross now in the center of the table. This one depicts a city skyline silhouetted against a crimson sky. Countless fires burn throughout the ageless metropolis, sending pillars of black smoke into the bloody sky. Madame Fortuna's voice sounds muffled, as if she is speaking from another room. The incense smell is much stronger, and the room feels almost kind of veiled in the fog and the smoke of it. If she mentioned a name for this card, you didn't hear it. Instead, you hear some kind of background murmur that resolves into the sound of distant screams, breaking glass, explosions, and most disturbingly of all, insane gibbering laughter. You're standing in an alley between a pair of nearly identical brick buildings. A dozen feet ahead, a street is lit only by flickering firelight. The tent is now gone. A single figure runs into view. She turns towards you with a look of absolute terror on her face. As she takes a step towards you, but before she can take another, she's jumped by a mob of feral children who begin to devour her flesh while she screams. A sudden sound behind you causes you to turn abruptly in alarm, fearing some similar attack. But there's only a single girl whose name you know to be Alice. Her hair is tied at the back into a ponytail with a large yellow ribbon, and her dress is light with ornate floral patterns, her shoes polished brown leather. She would have been the picture of innocence were it not for the dagger protruding from the top of her head. Only a little blood pooling around the wound until she smiles, reaches up, and yanks the blade from her own skull, a gout of blood erupting, showering her head and face and yourselves, her smile never wavering. You could have saved me, she says, with an unsettling giggle. You could have saved us all. And she looks back, and only then do you see the alley is filled with other children, all covered in blood. Reflexively, you can't help but to turn away, only to find yourself face to face with a woman of extraordinary beauty, with black hair and sharp, angular features that you recognize from somewhere. She examines you without expression before saying, "This is the best you could find, Aurora? I knew that you were up to something, but really, this is just embarrassing." And a moment later, a disembodied voice that seems to come from everywhere says, "You used to see more than this." And then the woman before you smiles and says, "So did you." And suddenly you jerk out of your seat, find yourself standing in Madame Fortuna's tent. Give me sanity rolls.
Yeah, I was
The
expecting
cards
more.
and Madame Fortuna are no longer there. All that remains is the echo of a phrase in your head. Signorum sinium.
Signorum sinew. I failed by 2 points.
Okay.
I failed.
Passed just fine, but still freaked out.
Okay. So Andy passed. Andy, you're going to lose 2 points of sanity
Ooh,
from
no.
this apparent hallucination. Who failed? That would be James and Jeff both.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll roll you individually. James, you're going to lose 6 points of sanity.
Okay,
Give me-
here comes the int roll.
Give me an idea roll if you haven't already hit your 20%.
I've lost
I don't think you
no
hit 20%
sanity,
yet.
no sanity until now, but I
Okay.
lost 6 and I passed my int roll with a hard success actually.
That's unfortunate because you realize that was more than just a hallucination. You were there.
Yeah.
Andy was there. Jeff was there. Jeff,
Yeah.
you lose 7 points, and I'm going to need an idea roll from you as well, an intelligence roll.
I made the idea roll.
You made the ideas roll as well. You can still smell the incense, although it's no longer burning. I need give me a D. Oh no. I'm sorry. I have a special chart for this. Hold on. Forgot.
I did. I
Carnival
am
Madness.
after losing the 6. I'm another 6 away from that threshold of indefinite insane. So I just lost half
Okay.
of that.
So as you guys are just jumping out of your chairs and finding yourselves in this now seemingly mostly empty tent, I need a D4 and a D10 from the two of you who have thoughts.
Okay. D4.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is a 1 on the D4, and on
Okay.
the D10, it's a 2.
You're
You got
gonna
a
have an
1.
emotional bout of madness. You become catatonic and just simply stare into the distance as if transfixed by something unseen. You begin mumbling kind of about black stars, but you won't remember that when you come out of this in 7 rounds. How did you do on your roll, Jeff?
I got a 1 on the D4 and a 4 on
You're
the
also
D10.
going to have an emotional response. You begin to weep, hit by a sudden wave of regret. Maybe all those
Dudes.
dead children you somehow feel at fault.
It just for the sake of flavor, is there like a crystal ball on this fortune table?
And this is going to last you 7 minutes as well. Yeah, there's a crystal
Yeah,
ball there.
when I'm mumbling about black stars, when I'm staring off, could it make it look like I'm staring at that? But like it's still like
Sure.
a 1,000-yard stare. But
Yep,
like
you're staring at the crystal ball. I'm cool with that.
Dudes, wake up. You're
black stars.
I'm sobbing.
freaking out.
Stars, black stars.
Yeah,
They're gonna
Can't do
fall.
this. The children.
I'm going to try shaking him a little bit. Dudes, it's just a magician's trick.
Black stars.
We got to save the children.
Black.
Come on, knock it off. You guys are faking.
What?
This goes on for about 42 long seconds, Andy.
What?
Guys,
What
stop.
happened? Oh, my head.
You guys are freaking out. Did you guys take anything before we came in here?
I smoked some of that pot, but like that wasn't pot.
I
didn't
smoked
take
pot
anything.
too. So
I'm DD. I didn't take anything.
I mean, we did see something, but what we saw was just like a magician's trick.
That
She's
didn't
good.
feel like a
I
magician's
don't know where she
trick.
went.
That was crazy. That girl on the radio,
Come on,
there's
let's go get
something up
to
with
eat.
that. She had two heads and she had a knife in her head asking us to save us. And there was a burning throne. What the fuck? They
I'm
put
sure that
fucking
little
acid
girl
in
is
the air
like-
in here or something.
30 miles from here. Let's just go.
Yeah, I want some fucking food. Give me some fried.
Let's go
Give me
get
some
some
fucking
food.
funnel cakes.
Okay,
So
Andy.
you guys come out of the tent. Yeah, I presume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's Frank and Robert. I believe you guys were walking up with handfuls of food.
Oh, give me that.
I-
I'm just grabbing. some
Oh
fried-
no, it was Robert sitting down and eating all the food. I'm sorry.
I was
Yeah.
sitting down eating it, and then
Yeah,
just
no,
kinda
I'm
mixed
afraid.
it
Take that
away.
back. I lied. Robert, there's a cutaway scene of Robert sitting at a picnic table with this family staring at him in amazement sitting there staring at him in amazement as he's just eating these 4 bread bowls, 2 chili bread bowls, 2 pulled pork bread bowls. He's got what else was there? Two portions of fries and 2 sausage rolls. And he's just like eating a bit out of this one, bit out of that one, bit out of this one. He's just digging in. Doesn't even have a drink, the savage. He's just wolfing all this food down and his family's staring at him. As Frank, on the other hand, walks around the main tent and up towards the fortune teller's tent to see Andy and James and Jeff coming out. And James and Jeff, like, they look rattled as well still. They look a little off. They seem to be kind of
Frank.
staring at things a little too intently.
Frank, is
Yeah,
that you?
Long.
Who else is dressed as a dog, you idiot?
After that,
These guys
I
are kind of
really-
freaked out. They got their fortunes told and
Oh, I disappeared.
they pulled
Eyes
through.
Disappear.
broken.
Yeah.
Sorry. I apologize, Tom. That's going to
They
be
kind of freaked out. I don't know. I think they took something that they're not admitting to.
But they didn't get into my shrooms, did they?
They could have. Well, let's go get something to eat. Where's Robert?
He's eating.
Oh, well, I'm gonna go eat too.
Oh,
Fried dough.
Don't I can't. He stops himself from saying anymore.
Frank,
Just
you got
say,
anything I
"Let's
can hit? I'm feeling fucking shitty right now. I need more.
What's that picture that you got, dude? Frank?
go." Oh yeah. He goes to instinctively try to roll it up for James, and
That's
he's like, "Oh, yeah, here you go."
Yeah, let me see if I can add that to the
Is this-
Discord.
the little missing girl.
That picture. See, that's the girl with the left
Hey.
face is kind and the
Hey.
right face is malevolent.
Hey,
Kind of like her.
it looks
some
like her, yeah.
guy- Some guy in some big guy suit, tie, hand them out. You know.
I don't know why, Tom, when I try to open that image, it doesn't work on my screen, but I was able to send it to you guys in Discord.
Okay.
Whenever I open it up, it's just black screen.
Man, we got to save her.
Dark
Can't
twins. One form. Constant turmoil.
What is going on?
Jeff, give me a sanity roll.
And
It's a pass.
A pass. Okay, you're still a bit jarred to see Alice's picture on that missing poster that
Should
just
I roll
handed you.
Sandy as well after mine?
Yeah, Andy, you can too. All 3 of you can because you all
Okay.
saw her in the
Andy,
I did.
hallucination.
I did
And-
pass
Oh,
this one.
I
Very
failed
narrowly,
this time.
but I passed.
oh no.
Okay, if you fail, you lose 1 point on this.
I mean, she looks
Andy.
kind of like her, but come on.
Andy, man, I think they're going a bit crazy.
Come on, Frank. Give me some weed. I need to calm down, man.
No. No more drugs. Let's get some food in us.
I need
kind
some
of
fried
food?
dough. Fried dough.
I hope they got some soda or
something.
something. I need
You
some
need-
caffeine.
Meat and bread.
Yeah, they got lots
is
of
what you
sodas.
need.
Yeah.
They have
yeah.
like meat and bread.
James, I'm banning you from the drugs, but
Fuck you,
Everybody's
man.
banned from the drugs tonight. Come on.
Yep, the Haggett Hut has the pulled pork and chili
All right.
bread
That
bowls.
sounds delicious.
I'm
Let's go.
getting some pulled pork and a big cola.
everybody's banned from the drugs.
Oh yeah, Yep, they got colas too. And colas were 50 cents. So there's fried dough, there's popcorn.
Cool.
And there's the freezy treats.
I don't want cold.
Yeah, freezy treats is all the kind of ice cream.
How about we play some
alright.
games after this? Cheer us up.
Yeah. I need to unwind.
I need a dunk a clown.
You two need some food first.
So you guys,
I say this. Well,
You know you're going to have to
scarfing
carry
cold
around those damn stuffed animals if you win one.
corn. I could just give it to some kid.
If we win.
It's about the endorphin rush.
All right, I can see Robert over there. Let's go. My God, why does he have so much food?
well,
I
Dude,
didn't feel hungry.
I'm just going to go up and I'm going to snag some of it.
Yeah.
It's really good. Oh, Frank didn't want it. He just gave it to me.
Man, you got any fried dough?
Where'd you get this? Where'd you get this?
they don't have any fried dough. He ate all the
Go
fried dough.
over there. I already ate the fried dough.
Oh, God
Jumbo's
damn
got
it.
fried dough.
Don't,
Yeah.
Go to Jumbo's and go to Hatchet.
no,
It's
I want to get
Yeah.
the chili with the bowl.
no, don't go to that guy.
Yeah,
I
you get
want
a bit of the
chili.
Hackett
Why
hot
not?
chili.
talking about this is amazing.
What's wrong with the chili?
He had little
Some
mouths coming out of his neck.
Okay, and you're telling
Don't worry,
us
he's
you
just
can't
high.
have
Just
drugs?
don't worry about him. It's good. This food's awesome. I'm telling you.
So I'm
And what are you
heading
guys
over
drinking?
to Probably beer.
You
Beer.
know, after that, because I couldn't get any drugs, I'll have a pint. But
Okay, are you having Narragansett or PBR?
Narragansett.
PBR.
Am I saying that right? Narragansett? Is that
Yeah,
right?
Narragansett.
Cool.
I'm just gonna have
And
a
Worcester,
cola.
Worcester, right?
It's
not
Worcester.
Yeah, Worcester.
Worcester.
Worcester. Yeah.
Worcester. I don't know how to say it
Worcester.
in Massachusetts. Worcester. Yeah. Okay, cool. So you get some refreshments, some whatever you're getting, more chili bowls, some fried dough,
I'm
et cetera.
actually
You're chilling
getting a
out.
drink.
People running around having a great time, kids in costumes having a blast. You see some bunch of teenagers too, doing teenager stuff. And you look at your clock, your watches, it's about 10 minutes to 7.
Oh, we got to get over there.
Yeah.
Let's go to that costume contest.
Our only chance of winning is probably Jeff and Frank.
You look great, Andy. Don't put yourself
At
down.
least we
I'm
fit the
just
color
in-
scheme. I mean, hey,
We
we
do have the
could
color
be the
scheme.
best there is here. Keep that
As
in
long as they
mind.
don't think that Robert should be wearing green instead of red.
Hey, they were
You
out
know-
of green shirts. All right. I
You
think I
know-
remember seeing him in a red shirt once.
Yeah, he
Unless,
wears
it was-
It's okay. It's okay.
You know, my cousin once removed told me that they've got plans for Shaggy wearing a red shirt in later seasons.
I think we should.
Mm.
I think we should make sure it's not like a whole bunch of little kids in costumes, because winning against a bunch of little kids isn't fair.
No, what are you talking about? That's perfect.
Hey, does it
It's
give
like
us-
taking
does it-
candy from
does
a
it- what-
kid.
The real question is, what's the reward?
So
Cookie.
behind the main tent, there's an elevated stage. A wooden wall along the back is painted with a mural depicting all manner of carnival acts, including a fire eater, a juggler, a marionette puppeteer, a strongman, a magician. And along the top of the wall, there's a series of small yellow bulbs tracing out the name Performers Row. A small tent on the left faces the steps that lead up to the stage. As you guys arrive, Juggles the Clown is kind of finishing his juggling act. He looks like the same clown you saw on the road at the sign.
Or same costume.
Mime-like white mask. Although you can see this one actually is a mask. It has a glazed surface covered with tiny cracks. The eyes inside are hidden behind some sort of black fabric, and the deep red lips shine in the stage lights as he juggles. And then, sorry, go ahead.
Do we have to sign up for this contest, or do we just? I'm
No.
looking around.
No. So he finishes his act, and somebody comes out on stage and says, "Ladies, gentlemen, children of all ages, we now present the Carnival Pandemonium Costume Contest. We'll be grouping contestants into 3 categories based on age. And with that, I'd like to invite children aged 5 to 10 up onto the stage." He just
Yeah,
Andy,
remember-
they're separating the kids from us. It's all
Jeff,
good.
when we get up there, make sure that we plug the band.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, plug your show. Try to get these people to come to your concert
Yeah.
tomorrow. He gestures the steps on the left, and you can see a small mob of excited children clamber up onto the stage. After a brief period of chaos, they eventually form a line that consists of 2 cowboys, a hobo, a ghost, a mummy wrapped in strips of torn bed sheets, and several princesses. He goes through the process of asking the audience to applaud each costume child in turn, and at the end, it's clear that one of the princesses has won, and she gets a large blue ribbon, while the mummy is presented with a red second-place ribbon, and several others receive yellow third-place ribbons. They'll file off the stage, and each child is handed a small paper bag of candy from Sweeney Sweets.
Oh, we're going to get candy and a ribbon.
Yeah.
The announcer then calls ages 11 to 15 next, please. And the stage is soon lined with older children dressed in a variety of homemade costumes, including a zombie, a soldier with a BB gun resting against his shoulder, a ballet dancer, a scientist in a white lab coat, and an astronaut with a large fishbowl over his head, rapidly fogging up with sweat. And the pattern repeats. The zombie takes blue, the ballet dancer takes second, and the astronaut gets third. And they each receive a large floppy clown and an oversized candy bar as they step off the stage. And finally, the announcer announces what you've been waiting for, the 16 and older.
All right.
There
I'll
are
take
fewer
off my hat.
contestants that go up to the stage with you this time,
Well,
but they're no less enthusiastic. Go
when
ahead.
we get up there, we tell them we're like one group. We're
Yeah.
a group
Okay.
contest.
Wow. Group entrance. All right. You see there's a teenage belly dancer. There's a policeman, a doctor with a really fake mustache, a nurse, and somebody dressed as a large box of cereal, wielding a cardboard butcher's knife covered in tinfoil and fake blood.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's nice.
I get that. Serial killer.
That's very clever. That's very clever.
That's got a good laugh out of me on that one.
It's also a suicide.
The serial killer wins the blue
Jesus.
ribbon. You guys get second place.
Okay, I can deal with that. I mean,
And,
serial killer is pretty fun.
The belly dancer comes in third. And as you come off the stage, they give you a prize bag, which has a pint glass with the name Carnival Pandemonium on it,
Nice.
a T-shirt also with the same name on it, and 25 Browns tokens that can be used for food, games, and rides. You can see each is imprinted with a flower symbol on one side and 25 cents on the other side. So how many were those? 25 tokens. So basically 25 quarters.
5 each.
Yep, nice
little
and
over
simple.
$6.
See, guys, even without the wig, we did great.
Cool. Are you guys going to go play around at the games?
Yeah.
Well, with these tokens in hand, I don't see why not.
There's rides. I want to go to the freak show. I like freak shows. They're
Oh,
weird.
you know what? I saw
And-
that freak show earlier, and I heard Robert and Frank mention this place called the Asylum.
It's
later
on the
on,
map, but that's all the way at the other end of the carnival, so we can get there eventually.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the freak show is nearby, so
It's
I
like
think we
right
should
over
go
there. It's right next
beforehand,
to us
but
almost.
I want to get to that
It is
asylum
indeed.
before the night's out. That's for sure.
We've still got lots of hours. It's only
Yeah, it's not
7.
even 8 o'clock yet. It's like maybe 7:45. There'll be a brief break as they prepare performers row for whatever's coming up at 8.
But I don't want to
Yeah.
go on the tilt-a-whirl now that I've got all that chili in me.
Well,
No, if I was to go on any rides, I think that big Wheel of Fate sounds like the most
well,
fun.
Jeff James, you wanted to go play some games. I want to go to the freak show. I'll go with Andy.
Don't barf though. I mean, there's going to be some weird shit in there, I'm sure. Hopefully, they have the naked lady.
How are you
Man.
feeling, Jeff?
Yeah.
You want to go to the freak
Yes.
show, or you just want to do our games now?
Have to pay an extra dime
let's
to go
do
behind
some
this curtain.
games.
Hey,
All
it
right,
could be
yeah,
a free-
we'll go do some games.
It could be a free boob lady, man.
I'm down for that.
You know, most of these people sleep with you if you want them to.
Well,
Really?
They all make money that way.
well,
I don't know. They
you
might be leaving tonight, so I don't know that they'll do.
Hey, they might want one fabulous night.
carnies,
So Andy, Frank, and North are going to the freak show, and James and Jeff are going off to do some carnival games by the looks of it.
They're all kind of in the same area. So-
They are.
Andy Frank and Jeff are going to freak show. No, Andy,
No.
Frank,
And
Robert.
Robert.
and Robert
Oh.
are going to freak show. Sorry, Jeff and James going to play some games. Okay, can we take a bio break? Yeah.
Sure.
So, some of you are going to the freak show, which is very nearby, and
Freak
the
show.
others are going to be working their way towards the game. So, we'll say you all kind of walk by the sideshow Barker, where a man in a tuxedo and top hat stands atop a low stage with his arms aloft. His smile seems to extend beyond the bounds of his face. His eyes are wide with almost ecstatic joy. He shouts with a strong French accent that is almost certainly fake. Within these walls are some of the most astonishing oddities this side of the Atlantic. See the amazing she-snake, the uncanny frogman, and from the distant Himalayas, the magnificent mummified yeti. All that and things of which I dare not speak for only 50 cents. He paces back and forth kind of anxiously, as if genuinely concerned the patrons might miss something extraordinary if they don't stop at the freak show.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, here you go, man.
Let's do it.
Wow, Jeff, they've got a she snake?
It's probably fake.
They're
Yeah, you're probably
usually just
right.
animals that they've sewn together and stuff.
Yeah, this guy is a bald, kind of middle-aged man with a Victorian-era suit. He's tall and lean, angular cheekbones, a hook nose. Even as he speaks, he maintains his broad, toothy smile. And he's wearing a black velvet top hat with a rook skull affixed to the front with a band of translucent snakeskin. His heavy boots thump heavily on the wood planking as he walks back and forth.
If I get his attention, I'm gonna get him to lean down towards me. I'm gonna say, "Is there an adult show?" And I wink.
He smiles. He says, I assure you, the contents of our freak show require adult supervision for any children entering.
Cool.
Perhaps you would take a particular interest in the she-snake or even Demonica. He kind of chuckles. Give me a sanity roll, Andy.
Demonica.
37, which is a fail now.
Fail.
Wow.
You'll lose a point of sanity. As there's just something really kind of disturbing about the way he laughs after he mentions Demonica. And then he goes back into his sideshow spiel, but you can still hear the laugh echoing in your head for a few seconds afterward. It troubles you.
I don't know. There's something pleasant and terrifying about carnies.
Also, you think he might be on hallucinogenics. His pupils were inhumanly large.
Okay. So do we just go in?
Yeah, you can go over to the entrance, see who all's going in. That's going to be, sorry, for the freak show. Andy, Frank, and Robert, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you'll go join the queue by the entrance.
Frank, wake up.
So the freak show itself, this is a 60-foot long wood framed structure sitting on top of a wide flatbed trailer. The wall that faces out to the main carnival is the large illuminated mural depicting all sorts of strange attractions, including a frogman, a snake woman, a tattooed man with a tentacle for an arm, a giant snake, etc. There's a red neon open sign on the right end, while on the left is a red exit sign. Set of stairs standing before each door. Near the open enter sign, it says admission 50 cents, and you can see a short, stocky man with a white apron standing there with a few patrons waiting for their turn to go in.
Frank, stop leaning on me.
I think Frank had too much punch.
Frank, wake up.
Frank. Josh.
As you're watching, the exit door opens and a couple comes running out, shrieking in fear and excitement. A moment later, they laugh at themselves for being so scared and run off towards the rides. And
let's go.
Jeff and James, you're going for games. Yeah, what game do you want to go to?
Well, he was mentioning the clown dunk earlier, and that's like literally right, like one of the first attractions you'll stumble upon after passing the
Absolutely.
marker.
It's
Yeah,
right
let's
next
go
to the
dunk a clown.
fortune teller.
I
if
want
recall
to
correctly.
do some ring toss later, but I'm totally down to do this clown.
If
dunk.
you want to lose that much.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Okay.
Mhm. So the clown dunk, taking up the majority of this tent, is a dunking machine with a large tank of water over which a clown, looks just like the one you saw before, sits on a collapsible seat. Whoa. When a ball strikes the target on the right, the seat collapses, dunking the clown into the water. The sign reads, 1 throw, 1 nickel. The carny has a basket of softballs next to him on the ground, and the prize wall contains several rows of raggedy clown dolls, or raggedy dolls, I guess it is actually in general. The carny himself, average height and weight, long blonde hair hanging over his shoulders, dark eyebrows, brown eyes, thick sideburns, maybe in his mid-30s or something. He speaks with a deep southern drawl. You can see there's about a dozen wet softballs in the basket on the ground. Step on up, 1 throw, 1 nickel.
I'll step up.
All right. Yeah, so you give him a nickel, pick up a ball, make a throw roll.
Oh god.
Oh, 1.
All right, requires a hard success.
Oh,
Boom,
one.
oh, one.
Oh my
Bam,
god.
you nail it. The clown dunks straight into the water. I was going to ask, actually, you get a bonus die if you have a dexterity of 60 or higher. I forgot about that. Sorry. I guess
Don't
you
need it.
It can't get any better than an 01.
Yeah.
Is your strength 50 or higher?
It is 50.
Okay. That's fine. You rolled an 01, so you hit it hard enough for it to knock the clown in.
Bam.
And he's comes out spitting and miming gestures at you that are borderline on rude.
Holy shit, Jeff. What kind of throw was that? That was like major league.
Oh, yeah. I was in the baseball team back in high school, remember?
God damn it.
All right, James, it's your turn. Put your
Okay,
nickel down.
So yeah, I will. I have a
Make a
dex
throw
of
roll.
60 and a strength.
So you get a
of
bonus
50.
die. You get a bonus die.
Okay, 28 so far. Even if I spend 8 luck, I'm only going to get a regular compared to that 01. So I'll just take the 28 failure.
Okay, so you throw the ball and miss.
Damn
Yeah, I
it.
don't. Oh, I just realized it disappeared from the screen. Sorry, Tom. Let me know when that happens. Yeah, you throw the ball and miss. It's not worth spending your luck on a clown dunk, I don't think.
No,
Should want
probably
to.
not. I'm tempted to spend the 8 just for the sake of hitting, but at the same time, it's like whatever.
You want to take another shot? It's only a nickel. Come on, try
Yeah,
again.
you know what? I'll spend another
Don't-
nickel.
Don't let your friend show you up like
Jeff,
that. Come on,
Jeff,
there's
I
ladies
swear,
watching.
I'm gonna get a great shot of this one.
And you can see there's a couple of girls like watching.
With a bonus die, that's even worse.
Okay. You throw the ball again, and the girls kind of laugh, and they're all smiling and winking at Jeff. Do it again, Jeff. Or they don't know your name. Do it again. Do it again, Freddie. Do it again. They call
All
it 'cause they
right.
see your
I'll
costume.
do it again. Do I get a bonus die for this?
With the dex.
Yeah. If your dex is 60, yep, you get a bonus.
Okay.
Die. 60 or higher dex.
No, I failed this time.
Okay. This time you fail. Like, oh, tough luck.
Yeah.
You know.
Do I get a prize?
Yeah, you do, by the way. So do I actually did I think to write prizes down for this?
A big
Yeah.
stuffed scuba.
Let's see. You got the big prize. So you get no, it's just one prize. Sorry, yeah. You get a raggedy doll of some sort.
Mhm.
Let's
I'll
call it a
just give it
clown
to the
doll.
girl.
It's a clown doll. It looks very much like the clown that you dunked.
I'll give it to the girls who are watching. Here you go.
They smile and say, "Oh, we saw you at the costume contest."
Yeah. Check out our band. We're the Meddling Kids. We're going to be playing in Dunwich tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What kind of music do you do?
Oh, well, I'll be on the guitar, and my friend James here, he's going to lay down the bass.
We've got a bit of a pop, sprinkling of rock sounds. You could call us groovy.
Gotcha. Why aren't you in costume?
Well, I've got the purple, but I forgot the wig. I'll have it by tomorrow,
Ah.
though.
And one of the girls leans over and gives Jeff a kiss on the cheek, and she slips you like a fucking 1970 phone number, and says, "Call me if you ever need another Daphne, Freddie."
All right.
And they laugh and run off into the crowd.
So you want to lose that ring toss?
As far as I'm concerned, it only goes uphill from here.
Excellent. Just keep that in mind. You're heading to the ring toss next, and I will slip over to the freak show crowd. Andy, Robert, and Frank.
We finally got him to wake up.
That LSD.
But he's kind of drifting in and out with all the marijuana.
Man.
Bro.
So you get up
You
there,
need to
you
lay
pay your
off
50
that.
cents.
I'm good now, man.
All right.
And when it's your turn, you walk into a cramped little room just inside the door that's dimly lit by a hooded metal lamp overhead. The wood in here is old and dark, and the floor has seen decades, if not centuries, of wear. A brass censer hangs from a bracket to the left of the door, streaming pale wisps of smoke that conjure up images of Turkish markets, apothecaries, and clay jars overflowing with spices. To the right, there's a set of floor-length maroon drapes that part in the middle. Hanging above them is a sign that reads, "Please wait for curtain to open before proceeding." And below that, no pictures. Sitting on a simple wooden chair in the far left corner is a carny in a white tank top and jeans. He's got short, dark hair parted in the middle and a wide handlebar mustache. Cigarette hangs limply between his thin lips. His eyes squint at you as if he's half asleep. Probably looks a bit like Frank. Taking a long draw on the butt of his cigarette before flicking the ash into a dented metal pail on the floor nearby, he wordlessly reaches over to a lever on the wall, opens the curtains with a dull metallic scrape before gesturing for you to step through.
Let's go.
Let's go, Frank. You think you can handle it?
I'm good now, man. I'm
Don't
good.
hurl.
I'm good.
If you're gonna
I'm
hurl,
good.
just
we'll
run
be
out.
fine. We'll be
All
fine. We'll be fine.
Behind the curtain, directly ahead, is a door with a hand-painted sign that reads, "Do not enter," and a corridor that goes off to the right. Actually, give me sanity rolls, all three of you.
Oh boy.
Is
That's a
91 a
fail.
good roll?
No,
84.
I think a
Failed.
68 is a fail. Isn't
you
it?
all failed. Sorry, it doesn't
Mhm.
say "do not enter." It says "run for your lives."
Oh.
And there's a corridor that goes off to the right. As you look down, you can see a doorway on the right wall with stout metal bars that prevent entry. Hanging from the ceiling in front of this doorway is an illuminated wooden sign that reads, "Annabelle, the Bearded Woman."
Ooh,
The
let's
curtain
see
closes
Annabelle.
behind you as you step towards this first exhibit. And you see a roughly 5-foot deep by 10-foot wide room that is appointed like an old-fashioned parlor. Of course, this is separated by the bars. Let me see here. Inside, an exotic woman dressed in vaguely Arabic clothes sits with her legs demurely crossed. On her chin are elaborate braids of thick, dark hair. Small beads and bells decorate her beard, and she's reading a book by the light of an ornate glass lamp and sipping from a diminutive cup. Do any of the three of you have anthropology or history you want to roll? I mean, you could have base anyway. I think anthropology is base of 1, but history is a little higher.
No, I
I've
don't
got
think I
50
history.
in history. I'll do history.
Oh,
Sure,
have
go
a
for it.
look.
No,
Oh, 97 would not succeed in
Oh.
any of them.
got an
Oof,
84.
Can make spot hidden checks as well. As you're
Definitely got that.
examining her.
Nope.
Checking out
A,
this
not,
person.
a 93.
44 out of
99.
50.
So
Okay, so a successful spot hidden check. You look close enough. The beard looks real. Doesn't look fake.
Mm.
And looks like she's drinking some kind of rich, like maybe Turkish coffee.
Hi, what's your name, bearded lady?
She just kind of smiles and doesn't respond.
You're very pretty, even with the beard.
You're beautiful. Yeah, you're beautiful. Maybe
Yeah,
we could meet after.
This is as long as mine gets.
And she
That's
kind of
impressive.
blushes as she sips at her coffee. Or she seems to blush anyway.
I like the beard. Maybe I
That's
can
impressive.
stroke it.
She
Jesus,
gives
Frank.
you that kind of, waves her finger at you in that naughty kind of way, and she gestures, points at the bars, you know.
Well, no, not right now. Maybe later. Give her a little wink.
Well, let's
Looking to
move
the
on.
left, you can see the next exhibit through the cunningly designed hall prevents you from seeing more than just one room at a time. As you approach, you can see that it's a similar design with a barred doorway, illuminated hanging sign, and a 5x10 room beyond. The sign above this one reads Titanic Jack.
Titanic Jack.
What the fuck?
Filling the corner of the alcove is presumably a man, though apart from the head and forearms, there is little else about him that appears human. His body is one giant dark purple mass covered with tumors of various sizes. His shoulders and upper arms are somewhere within the masses of flesh, but the forearms are just free enough to reach the hookah bubbling on a nearby table. Jack inhales deeply of the bluish smoke through the hose and holds it for a moment. He then exhales, temporarily obscuring himself in a cloud of pungent, slightly bitter fumes. And I need you all to make another spot hidden check.
I got a 20 out of 50, so I think that's a hard.
Nope.
Frank failed.
I failed.
Yeah, I failed.
Andy failed. So just Robert. Robert, you notice that the smoke isn't coming from his mouth or nose, but is exhaling through a number of the tumorous growths on his chest and neck that open like small toothless mouths. Give me a sanity roll, please.
Weird. I got 100.
Okay, you lose 4 sanity.
Okay.
And how are you doing threshold wise?
I'm still pretty solid. I still got to like 53, but I'm on 59 now.
Okay, you're cool then. So you don't have
I
a
felt
bout of
that
madness, but it was really disturbing to you, like to see all those mouths and the smoke coming out of them. You know,
That's not right.
You know what this reminds me of, though? This reminds me of, remember when we were driving in, I told you there was an Alice in Wonderland reference on the wall? Does this kind of like remind you of the hookah smoking caterpillar?
Caterpillar? Yeah.
That's weird. It's really gross.
That movie is that
Yeah.
by now.
Dude, I'm sorry for you.
he takes
Lose
another
you, man.
long draw off the hookah,
What's next? Let's move on.
and he exhales again as you move on to the next.
I blow some smoke as I leave into. Because I've smoked a little.
Are you
Give me
smoking
another.
in here, dude?
Give me another spot hidden roll with a bonus die, then, Frank, as you get close up to the bars. And
Ooh, that is
are you,
just.
are you smoking a joint? Are you? Did you light a joint?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
I
you
got
pass?
regular. Yeah, I got regular.
Okay. Give me a sanity roll as you also then see the tumors open up like mouths and exhale the smoke. Andy was already moving on to the next exhibit, so I'll spare him the
But that's a fail.
a fail.
Mhm.
All right. You're going to lose 2 points of sanity. How are you doing on your threshold?
Pretty decent.
Cool. No problem at all. And you guys begin to go towards the third exhibit, which is called The Damned Sailor. And I'll slip back over to our good friends, Jeff and James, who were going, I think you said, to the
Ring toss.
Ring toss.
Ring toss, was it? Okay, ring toss is
Way
number
back at the
6.
entrance.
That's all right. So at the ring toss, along the back wall are 8 red posts that show signs of continual use. There are groups of 3 rings stacked on the counter, with each ring about 4 inches diameter, wrapped with what looks like brown twine. An older man tosses one underhand, and it just catches a post, rattling into place at the bottom. The carny shouts, "Another winner!" while gesturing to the right wall of prizes. On the bottom is a table with shirts of varying sizes advertising the carnival. Above that is a shelf with rows of pint glasses with Carnival Pandemonium etched into them. And the top shelf is lined with large, floppy-looking clowns sitting with their legs folded. Each one about the size of a small boy and holding a sign that reads, 3 rings wins me.
3 rings, huh?
Yep. This carny looks to be like in his early 20s, long black hair, relatively unshaven with a rough-looking complexion. The left side of his face and neck have burn scars that extend below his collar. He's got dark eyes, almost always half closed if he's about to fall asleep. Below average in height and weight, but he speaks with the gravelly voice of an 80-year-old smoker.
All right, let's get this over with.
I'll go
Roll
first
up my
this time.
sleeves. Okay.
So,
All right. So the rings are made of brass wrapped with 8-inch hemp rope. Getting one on a red post requires a hard throw skill. If you have a dexterity of 60 or higher, you get a bonus die.
all right.
And you get 3 tosses per.
Oh, shit. That's starting off with an 8 out of 20 without the
Nice.
bonus die, but that can't get any better. So,
Can't get any worse than a hard success. Yeah. So the first one lands. You ring 1. All right. You're already in the prize. 2 more rings.
all right. Okay, that's a 23 and that's a 23 with a bonus die, and I'll spend 3 points of luck only makes it a regular success. I don't want to spend 13, so I'll take the failure.
Oh, you got one more try. You can still get a medium-sized prize. You can still get a pint glass.
Okay, so with the bonus die, that's actually a 7, which is another hard success.
2 rings. All right. He reaches over and hands you a hand etched Carnival Pandemonium. Or maybe it's not hand etched, but whatever. An etched Carnival Pandemonium pint glass.
Check that out, Jeff. Can you do better?
Mm-hmm. Well, you can put that pint glass next to your other pint glass. So, yeah, I think I can do better. I guess I'm gonna toss some rings. Okay. Failed the first one.
Even with the bonus die?
Even with the bonus die.
That sucks.
And then I failed the second one, even with the bonus die. And then I succeeded.
Succeeded on the
With
third
a
one.
hard, yeah.
So you get a Carnival Pandemonium t-shirt.
Right, I stand corrected.
Not bad, Jeff. At least you got one, but I don't think there's any girls watching us right now. So let's just call us even, right?
Oh, we're 1-1. We got to break this tie. So how about you choose the next one? Make it interesting.
All right, yeah. Just let me look at this little brochure here. You know, I've always been a big fan of skee ball.
Skee ball? All right, you're on. But let's up the stakes.
Yeah?
Yeah, let's up the stakes. Loser has to run naked through the carnival.
You're on.
Okay.
Nice. Unlike most of the game tents, this one has no counter. There are 6 skee ball alleys with blinking colored lights and a red electronic counter in the center above the hoops. The carny leaning against the tent frame winks at you. He's juggling 3 wooden balls in one hand while gesturing to the prize wall with the other. Upon dozens of shelves are all sorts of keepsakes and trinkets, from oversized pencils to lava lamps to the AM/FM radios on the top shelf. Every player's a winner. 5 rolls, only a quarter. His pencil-thin mustache twitches as he flashes a crooked smile.
I'll spend one of my tokens for this.
So the prizes include, let me just make sure we get the whole list. There's oversized pencils, giant erasers, oversized sunglasses. These are by 10-point increments, right? Then for 40 points, you get a baseball cap. 50 points, you get a t-shirt. 60 points, a Zippo lighter. 70 points, large flashlight. 80 points, a sweatshirt. 90 points, a set of 4 Carnival Pandemonium pint glasses. 100 points wins a Timex wristwatch, and 200 points wins the AM/FM Panasonic radio.
A
You
Panasonic
get 6
radio.
balls. You get 6 balls, and the points range from, let me see here. So basically, it's going to be dexterity check. A success gets you 10 points. A hard success gets you 30 points. An extreme success is 50 points. And a critical success means hitting the 100-point bullseye, basically.
So a normal
You
is
get
10,
6
20, 30, 60.
10, 30, 50, 100.
Turn 30, 50, 100. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So you got 6 throws. So give me your first dexterity roll. Yeah, this
Go
is
for it,
an extra
Jeff.
throw. You're rolling it. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll go. Do we get a bonus die for having above 60 dex?
No, not this
Okay.
time. Because this isn't a throw roll. It's just dexterity roll.
I got a pass on the first one.
Okay, so a regular success. That's 10 points.
Okay.
I'll
And
keep
then
track of the score. Don't worry.
awesome. Another pass.
Okay, 20 points.
Oh, that's a fail. 88.
Okay, no points. Bah.
That's a 39. So you know what?
Regular
I'll spend 8 points to get a hard.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now
I've got
it's
80
20
luck.
plus 30. Yeah, you're up to 50 points now.
And then 93. Oh,
That's a miss. And this is your last throw, I think, right?
okay. Why not? Why not? Why not spend 20 points of luck for a extreme?
God
Ooh,
damn it.
extreme success.
Yeah.
That's worth,
I'm not gonna run
100
naked.
points.
that's worth 50 more points. So that
Yeah,
puts you up to
did my
100
character
points.
tell you about spending your
Boom,
money?
100 points.
This is another game where you're going to end up doing our
Jeff.
group luck rolls, Alex.
big winner. The Carney makes a big show, 100 points, ladies and gentlemen. He wins the Timex wristwatch. Reaches up and hands you this nice,
Sweet. Is this
probably,
real?
it's probably a cheap ass Timex wristwatch.
Oh,
You know what I
okay.
mean? It's like,
I'll put that bad boy on.
it's not like $100 wristwatch, right? You know what I mean? Still.
It's a $20 wristwatch.
Yeah. Cool. And it says, come on, put your money where your mouth is, young man. He says to James.
You're not going to make this easy.
think, yeah.
Jeff.
Sorry, he's got the smoker's voice. You think you can beat your friend there?
I got to try.
Double his score for the radio.
We're starting off with a normal success.
10 points.
Second shot. That is a hard success.
Oh,
It's 40 points.
40 total.
Yep, total. I'm
Third
doing
shot
total. Otherwise, I
is another regular.
So you're up to 50 points after 3 shots.
Fourth shot is another hard success.
So you're up to
80?
let's see, that was 80 points. Yep, after 4 throws.
10, 10,
80
30,
points.
30. 2 more
Yep.
shots. That's a 100.
Oh, failure.
Final shot. And that is 24, which is a hard success.
So that
which
would put you up to 110
gives me-
points.
Yeah, I'll take that.
You beat him by
All
10
right.
points, and you get a Timex wristwatch as well.
I'll
So,
start
Jeff.
stripping. I'll do a lap. Okay.
You know, man, think of it this way. You got the phone number, but in the end of the day, I get to laugh at you.
All right. Well, you earned it. So I take the shirt off and the pants. I'm in my underwear. I'll do a lap.
Go running around the carnival. Excellent.
Yep.
So, moving on from you were going to the sailor. The third exhibit in the freak show is the Damned Sailor. A shirtless man sits in a staged replica of an old sailing ship's cabin. including a large ornate globe, a porthole, and a desk piled with navigational tools and charts. The man himself is sitting in an old-fashioned ornate chair smoking a pipe. The second most startling thing about this man is the fact that his body is covered with ornate tattoos of various mythical sea creatures. The most striking image is a mass of dark spheres, some of which look like eyes in the center of his chest, with tentacles spreading out in all directions, including a few that reach around his back. One of these leads to the most startling aspect of the damned sailor. Where his right arm should be is an actual octopoid tentacle that he is currently using to hold his pipe. The tattoo seems to flow right into this disturbing appendage to the point where it's difficult to tell where the tattoo ends and the real tentacle begins. He blows out a single big puff of smoke before standing up and turning around as if to look out the obviously fake porthole. This displays the rest of his tattoo, which is a mural of many exotic deep-sea creatures on his back. As his back muscles move, they appear to move as if alive.
Wow.
3 dark circles near his right shoulder appear to be black eyes shining in the dim light.
Wow. That's
That's
amazing.
a really nice tattoo, man.
Oh, that's
What
really
you smoking,
good.
dude?
As I blow more smoke in there.
Give me a power roll.
All of us?
Anybody who's looking closely at him.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
looking. I got a 007.
Ooh, I failed.
Good job, Tom.
84, I failed. It
Okay,
was,
so only Andy. Andy,
65.
as you're looking at him, these 3 dark eyes on his right shoulder, the arm that's connected to the tentacle. Those 3 eyes blink at you. Make a sanity check, please.
What?
I've never seen a blinking tattoo before, I don't think.
I got 30 out of 31. So I just barely
Nice.
passed.
Oh, you just barely passed. Okay, 1 point of sanity.
I am approaching my threshold.
Good.
1 more point lost and I'll be at my threshold.
Next
We have
game,
time.
we're gonna get
We still have,
fucked.
we still have time for one more exhibit if you
Dude, Frank, stop blowing that shit in my face.
questioning the damn sailor like the other exhibit so far.
What?
He doesn't
What?
speak to you.
What, Andy?
Stop. I'm starting to see things. Shit.
Rob, just you. We need to save that for later, man.
That is a cool
Oh,
tattoo, though.
I've got
Let's go to the
loads,
next
man.
one. Go to the next one.
I've got the shrooms for midnight.
No.
The fourth
Heck
exhibit
yeah.
is titled Demonica the Cannibal.
Oh, Demonica.
Mm.
I've got a date with Demonica.
There is the first thing you notice as you walk in is a sign to the left of the doorway. Give me sanity rolls.
I failed 88 out
failed.
of
I
59.
succeeded. I got 16.
No.
Okay. So the sign for those who succeeded, which is just Frank, right, reads, "Do not feed," and below that, "Keep hands away from the bars."
No.
Andy and Norval, Robert,
Or, yeah.
you see the sign. It says, "Do not feed the cannibal," and then has an image, like a stick figure image of one person eating another person. And you lose
See
1
what-
point sanity as well, the 2 of you,
Hey guys, don't remember.
as you see the rest of the exhibit, which is a small, lithe, dark-skinned woman hunched in the shadows of a wooden crate in the corner of this alcove. The crate has stencil marks that suggest it was from a Miskatonic University expedition to South America. The little light that spills into the crate reveals nocturnal predatory eyes and multiple rows of sharp, almost reptilian teeth.
Oh my God.
There are bits of gnawed bones scattered amongst the straw on the floor, although it's impossible to tell what sort of animal they came from.
Is she going to jump at us or something?
I know the sign says don't get too close or whatever, but maybe we should take
Give me a listen roll.
maybe we should take her back to our bed. Well,
Unbelievable. I've got 75 in listen, and I rolled 92.
I just rolled
43 out of
90.
50.
I just rolled 93 on listen. So
Did you pass, Robert?
Yes, I did. 43 out of
Okay.
50.
You think she's growling at you, like very lowly.
Arr. I growl back. Just like, arr.
Does anybody approach the bars? Or are you all staying back away from
Oh, I
her?
want to get a better look at her.
The sign says don't
Yeah.
go near the bar. So
It is hard to see her in the
shop.
shadows there. So
Guys,
Frank is staying back, but
Don't get too
Robert
close.
and Andy are moving closer.
The sign says don't get too
Yeah,
close.
she's not a real cannibal. She's a carny.
Lilith lunges forward with alarming speed and stops with a snap right in front of the bars. A stout chain
Jesus!
stretching taut between the leather collar around her neck and a heavy steel ring embedded in the floor. Give me sanity roll.
Zeus!
I knew there was going to be something.
All three of you.
Yeah, I
Here you go.
failed.
Here you go, Tom. Getting into that threshold.
I'm crossing
failed.
the threshold on this one.
I failed.
I got a 66
I got 6.
Okay.
out of 50.
Josh, you lose 2 points.
Oh, nice.
Sorry, I should say Frank loses 2 points. Robert loses 4 points. Andy, how did you do on sanity roll?
I failed.
You lose 3 sanity points.
Okay, I am past my threshold.
I am 1 point from my threshold.
Give me a D4 and a D10, please, Tom. As you can now see on closer examination, that her face is painted red, although whether it's blood or some other pigment is unclear. Her teeth look to be natural rather than sharpened, and her face and body shows signs of some sort of ritual scarring. She is dressed only in a shredded loincloth hanging down to the floor. None of you have any affiliations with this kind of university? No, that's fine. Skip that part.
I got 2 on both of those dice. Do I add them up?
Okay, cool. No, don't add them up at all. This is for my my special bouts of madness chart. So you're having a physical bout of madness. Oh, nice. Excellent. So your bout of madness is completely physical, and you're not going to notice it right now. Don't worry.
Okay.
But yeah, so what do you do now? Now you see this woman there kind of like still kind of growling, and you can see her teeth look very sharp, but they don't look filed. You know what I mean?
Don't get
Got
too
your
close.
wish, Frank. You got to see her all in her glory.
Well, that scared me really bad.
Yeah,
I'll still take it back to the van.
Are Frank and Robert still safe from their sanity thresholds? They're 20%.
I got 1 point.
I've got 4 points before I reach.
Frank, she'll
just
bite
wanted to
off
make
your
sure.
dick. She will so bite off your dick.
Nah, I think I could handle her. As I could
She be a
blow
man
smoke-
eater.
I blow smoke in her direction.
No problem. She just stands there eyeing you hungrily. Let me see here. Yeah.
Oh shit!
And
Is
you
it-
look to see the next exhibit. The sign, the name tells you that the next exhibit is Nino Escaraballo. But I think that's good for our first session, probably right there.
Oh shit! Did we miss the smoke break?
Oh yeah, you totally did. He said
Oh,
7:45. You guys were just wrapping up the costume contest then.
Our
Next
players,
session.
Oh fuck.
Our
Sorry.
players included Sham Sabin, Josh Harwood, Dakota Davis, Alex Sun, and myself with Ian Christensen as the Keeper of the Secrets. We have a Discord server where you can chat with other members. You can set up private games. You can learn the finer arts of gameplay and game mastering. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Podbean or iTunes. If you'd like to help support our show, please visit our Patreon account. Just $1 to a month helps us a lot. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel and punch the bell icon for updates on our latest shows, and leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answering any questions you might have. This is Tom Rayleigh, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Until next time, good luck and good gaming.